So today we're going to be talking about, of course, the nervous system, okay? The nervous system, your traumas, your unresolved traumas, your auras, how your traumas are being stored in your auras, how that is affecting your chakras, causing those imbalances, and therefore causing disruptions in your life, okay? You're not seeing the success that you want. You're not seeing the love that you want. You're not seeing the health that you want, all because of your nervous system. Okay, so we got to start taking a look at our nervous system and what's going on there. And so let's talk about it, right? Your nervous system is like your body's Wi Fi. So it's constantly sending out signals to the universe, right? And so those signals are communicating to the universe what basically it's comfortable with, right? So your nervous system is basically reflecting back, okay, in this universe to us, right? Having the universe reflect back to us exactly the last program, the last programming, the last conditioning that it would receive. Okay, so for instance, if the last time you were in a relationship, it hurt you, it was painful, it was toxic, you were lied to, you were cheated on, if that's the last thing that your nervous system remembers, okay, you're going to have to recondition if you want to pursue true love. I need you guys to come on in and show out, guys. Why are you guys just coming in and sitting? Please do not come in and just absorb the energy. Make sure that you guys are reciprocating the energy, all right? Okay, first goal is 16K. You guys know what to do. If you see me looking back and forth, it's because I am live on YouTube as well as TikTok, okay? I'm live on YouTube as well as TikTok. So you don't have to worry about taking notes. You will be able to replay this actual lesson, okay? So the nervous system is sending out the signals. You can affirm whatever you want to. You can say, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. But your nervous system may be communicating lack, right? Now you know it's lack. Okay, you know you look in your bank account and you don't see enough money. That's what your nervous system is communicating. So your affirmations, all right, mean nothing if your nervous system is communicating the complete opposite, right? Okay. This is why it takes people for a long time to manifest the things that they want, or they think that manifesting doesn't work because they are sending mixed signals to the universe. You have your nervous system sending lack. You have your affirmation sending, a message of I am abundant, I am abundant, right? So that's mixed messages to the signal, to the universe, and what the universe is going to recognize is the nervous system, okay? The universe is is recognizing frequency, all right? Not what you say, but the frequency behind it, okay? So what is your nervous system communicating to the universe? That's what we want to know, all right? And that's how you're going to become to see how your life, why you're living the life that you're living, all right? It's according to your nervous system, okay? I need you guys to come on in and show out, all right? Okay, so let's talk about your auras, all right? Your auras here, okay? I'm going to turn this board around so you guys can read this. You have an aura that is connected to your chakras. Right here, we're just going to talk about these 7 chakras, all right? But I want you to know that each of your auras are connected to your chakras and your meridians, all right? And so we're going to be talking about how your nervous system gets to become panicky. Why do you become panicky? Why do you become anxious? Why do you become worried, fearful, right? Okay, how does that happen? Well, let's talk about it. Your auras are the first line of defense for your nervous system. Okay, they're the first line of defense. Okay, your auras are protecting your nervous system. They're protecting it from collective fear. They're protecting it from emotional projection. They're protecting it from EMF exposure. They're protecting your body. Okay, so your auras here, when you have traumas in your life, okay, those auras are going to become distorted. You see right here, there's a clean, clear, crisp signal for each of your auras. But when you have trauma that you do not resolve, okay, that trauma causes holes, distortions, kinks, okay, in your auras. Now, when you have holes and rips and tears, distortions in your auras just sitting there, what will end up happening is it will cause imbalances in your chakras. Your chakras are energy centers in your body, energy centers, okay? All right. Then you have meridians. Your meridians are like energy highways, okay? Energy highways, okay? So you have your auras protecting your nervous system, okay? But your auras are connected to your chakras and your meridians. Your meridians and chakras are connected to your organs, your emotions, your 3D, your immune system, okay? Is this making sense so far? Give me a thumbs up. All right. If you are lost in the sauce, you need to let me know. So all of this, all of your traumas, all of your memories, all of who you are, okay, creates a what? A vibration, a specific frequency. This is a frequency blueprint. This is your energetic blueprint, yours, mine. We all have different ones according to the lessons we've gone through, according to our own obstacles. All right. And so, because of that, we all have unique prints. Now, my frequency is going to create the 3D that I see. The reason why that I am seeing and experiencing this light in particular is because of my energetic blueprint. Okay? The reason why you experience the life that you are living is because of your energetic blueprint. Okay? This is why we're all living here, coexisting, but yet we are all experiencing life in different ways. Okay? Why isn't my next door neighbor experiencing life the same as me? How are we both living different lives? We live right next door to each other. How could that be? All right. Is this making sense to you? Okay. We all have our own experiences here, and we all have a 3D that we get to experience according to our frequency. Okay. Let's get some shares on the board. Okay. Make sure you guys are showing out in the live, right? Okay. All right. Let's make sure that you guys are showing out in the live. Okay. All right. So each of these auras are connected to a specific chakra. And so this will impact certain aspects of your life. All right. As I'm calling out these experiences and symptoms, I want you, okay, to then take notes to see if you can tell which of your chakras may be out of alignment. This is very important. The reason why it's very important is because, all right, when you understand which of your chakras are blocked, you're going to understand which aspect of your life, okay, you can shift or needs to be shifted. Okay. When you understand which of your chakras are imbalanced, you can shift your life. You do not have to be a victim to your reality. Okay. You do not have to be a victim to your reality. You actually get to have a say-so, an input. You get to shift things. You get to pivot. Okay? All right? So you should feel empowered knowing that you have some say-so. All right? The first thing we must do is be open to the healing. Okay? All right? If you are open to the healing that you must endure in order to achieve the things that you desire, raise your hand. Okay? All right? If you are willing to go through the healing, all right? I'm going to tell you that you're strong enough. You were made for this. All right? You were made for this. All right? And so the healing that you have to do is not going to be or hurt worse than the initial trauma. Okay? The trauma hurt the worst. The healing is not going to hurt that bad. Trust me when I say this. Okay? All right? So that healing is necessary for your evolving. The healing is necessary for your growth. Healing is necessary for you to break those generational curses. The healing is necessary. Okay. There's no getting around the healing. We should be open to the healing. What else do you think you came here for? Okay, you came here on a mission. Okay, you are on a mission, right? Only you know your mission. All right, but you're on a mission. Work to do here. So we can't be scared of a little healing. Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Okay, we can't be scared of a little healing. Type deal in the comments. Okay. So let's start with this etheric aura right here. This is that aura closest to the body. Okay. So this is going to tie into your physical body, your physical well-being. Okay. This is connected to your root chakra. Okay. So that etheric body aura, okay, this is going to be governing, right, your self-confidence, your willpower, your safety. All right. That etheric aura right here is connected to the root chakra, which is here at the base, at the foundation of who you are. Okay? It's at the foundation of who you are. So when we are planting flowers, we want those roots to be strong, correct? We too want your root to be strong. We want your foundation to be strong. We want you to feel secure. Okay? We want your immune system to be healthy. All right? As I'm calling out these experiences, if you've gone through any of these, I want you to type root in the comments for me, okay? We're going to see if your root chakra is out of balance, okay? All right? If you've ever gone through any of these, type root in the comments, okay? Childhood neglect. If you've gone through childhood neglect, type root in the comments, okay? If you've gone through poverty, financial instability, write root in the comments. Let me see you guys over here on YouTube, okay? Write root in the comments. If you've dealt with abandonment, type root in the comments. If you had an unsafe home environment growing up, type root in the comments. If you dealt with bullying, loss of a parent, witnessed violence, homelessness, chronic fear in your life, lack of basic needs met, okay? Physical abuse, early illness, unstable caregivers, divorce in early childhood, overly strict discipline, type root in the comments, okay? Root in the comments. Okay? If you've gone through any of those experiences, there's a possibility that your root chakra may be out of balance, okay? If you've never taken the time to address and heal those traumas, those wounds, okay, I want you to know that it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. It's there festering, you know. And if you're not careful, this is going to be the root of your dis-ease. This is going to be the root of your repeated trauma cycles. This is going to be the root of your mental illness and more. When your root chakra is out of balance, let me tell you what you're going to experience, okay? Let me tell you what you're going to experience. Chronic fear, insecurity, lack of trust, difficulty grounding. You're going to be in survival mode. You're going to feel unsupported. You're going to have anxiety about money. You're going to feel disconnected from the body. You're going to have a low sense of belonging. You're going to be in victim mentality. If you deal with any of that, type root in the comments. If you deal with lower back pain, immune issues, leg pain, colon problems, fatigue, bone density issues, blood circulation problems, adrenal fatigue, weight instability, obesity, anorexia, money issues, type root in the comments. Okay. Type root in the comments, okay? The sooner you know, all right, the sooner you know which of your chakras are out of balance, the sooner you can start shifting your life. We don't have to guess with this anymore, guys. We don't have to guess, okay? All right, we do not have to guess, all right? Start taking care of your chakras, your auras, okay? because it's affecting your 3D world. You want that beautiful health, but you're not going to be able to get it, baby. You will not get that relationship. You will not get that love, that success, that money. You won't get it if your frequency is off. If you're not a vibrational match to that which you desire, you will not see. Okay, you will not see the manifestations that you truly want. Okay, all right. If you are having imbalances here in your root chakra, I want you to utilize salt baths. Okay, salt baths. You can use Himalayan salt. You can use Epsom salts. You can use sea salts in your baths. Okay. I want you utilizing those sea salts. If you can't take a bath for at least 20 minutes, do a salt scrub. Okay. I want you doing a salt scrub. Okay. All right, you really should be implementing salt baths with frequency healing. Okay, that's the rapid way to heal yourself and get back into alignment. Okay, yoga, meditation, acupuncture, Reiki, things like that, breath work, all of those are ways to align your chakras and keep yourself in alignment. You just have to do it regularly. Okay, you just have to do it regularly. Okay. Okay, so some people don't have a bathtub, so that's why I say if you can't sit in it for 20 minutes. Some people don't even have a bathtub, okay? Let's move on to the sacral chakra. Remember, I'm going to be calling out experiences that you may have gone through. Some of us have gone through things as children, and we never resolved it. See, that's leaving these holes and distortions and rips in our auras. You got to understand what's going on here. Listen up. You are a creative being. You are here creating your experience here in life. And they didn't teach us. They failed to teach us, right? That your auras and your chakras play a huge role in the 3D that you get to see and experience here. They forgot to mention that in grade school. Yeah, right? And so each of these auras are actually protecting you. They're protecting your nervous system, right? They're protecting you. It's protecting you from collective fear out there. Everybody getting afraid and projecting that onto you. It's protecting you from things like EMF exposure. Oh yeah, your auras are working for you, right? Okay, your auras are preventing others from projecting their negative emotions onto you. So it's really here to help you, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body. Each of these auras are connected to certain aspects of your life. Okay? So the moment you learn how to operate, how to play the game, how to understand that your traumas, those unresolved traumas, not just traumas, your unresolved traumas. We need some shares on the board. We need some shares on the board. Okay, we need to play this game, guys. 16K. If everybody were to participate, we'd be hitting these goals really quickly. Okay, please do not just come in and absorb energy. All right, okay, all right. So the sooner you learn which of your chakras are imbalanced, the sooner you can begin shifting your reality. Okay, all right. Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. We're going to move on to the sacral chakra. Okay. If your root chakra was imbalanced or blocked, out of balance, type root in the comments. Let me see. Okay. If your root chakra is out of balance, okay, from the symptoms and experiences that I mentioned, type root. Okay. Type root. For that sacral chakra. That sacral chakra right there, that one is tied to a specific aura as well. Remember, these chakras are connected to your auras. Okay? These chakras are connected to your auras. So that sacral chakra is going to be orange in color. Okay? And it's connected to your emotional body. Your emotional body, orange in color, connected to the sacral chakra. All right. So when you have situations, traumas happen in your life, it's going to affect, that's going to affect you emotionally. Those traumas are going to sit in that aura, your emotional body aura. Okay. When those traumas are unresolved, you do not resolve them. You just let them sit. They fester. They don't go anywhere. They don't fade with time. They fester and they start imbalancing your chakras. Okay? Let me call out these experiences for for the sacral chakra, and then you let me know. Okay? All right? And then you let me know. Okay? If your sacral chakra may be out of balance. Okay? All right. If you've ever experienced any of these, type sacral in the comments. If you've ever been essayed. Okay? If you've ever been body shamed. Okay? Okay? If you've been in toxic relationships. Okay? If you've dealt with emotional neglect. If you've seen the divorce of your parents, okay, abandonment by a parent, right? Sacral in the comments, okay? Suppressed emotions. A lot of people are suppressing their emotions. A lot of people are suppressing their emotions. Okay. If you've ever been rejected, your sacral chakra is out of alignment. If you've ever been criticized, okay, for your creativity, your sacral chakra is out of alignment. Shamed around your sexuality, over controlled by your parents, lack of affection, okay, early heartbreak, okay, all right, cultural shame. All of that is connected to your sacral chakra, okay? And so when you have any of those traumas, it's going to cause holes, rips, tears here in that emotional body aura. Okay. And then when that imbalance is here, guess what you're going to experience? Okay. Let's see if this is you. If you experience shame, guilt, fear of intimacy, suppressed emotions, low creativity, emotional instability, difficulty trusting, over attachment, lack of passion, pleasure avoidance, okay? Your sacral chakra may be out of balance. That sacral chakra may be out of balance. Type sacral in the comments. Okay, I want you guys writing these all down on your personal notes. You need to start taking a look at your chakras on a daily basis. Okay? Making sure you are in alignment. Okay? If you're dealing with lust, you want to go to that sacral. You want to look in that sacral. Start there. Okay? Start there. Also in that crown. Okay? Okay, so here are some physical ailments for the sacral chakra being out of balance, okay? If you deal with reproductive issues, menstrual problems, PCOS, cysts, urinary infections, hip pain, lower abdominal pain, sexual dysfunction, lower back pains, okay? Kidney issues, infertility, sacral chakra is probably imbalanced. Okay. Is there anybody in here? Oh, also addictions. If you have any addictions, your sacral chakra. Okay, that sacral chakra is out of balance. Is there anybody who feels that their sacral chakra may be out of balance just from the symptoms that I just listed? Do you feel like your sacral chakra may be out of balance from the symptoms I just listed? Type sacral. Okay. Now, we definitely want to make sure, right? Okay, that we are knowledgeable of our chakras, our auras, which of our chakras are out of alignment, and what's going on. Okay, why? Why do we need to know this? Because your chakras are tied to specific aspects of your life. I'm not just sitting up here talking about chakras just because. I'm talking about it because it's important. I'm talking about it because this is what's controlling the 3D that you see. You don't like those relationships, the success, the love that you have right now, the health that you have. We need to look at your auras and your chakras. If you don't like the life that you are living, we need to look at your chakras. Okay? All right? That's why we're going over this. So you need to be writing down which ones you feel like are out of balance. At the end, I'm going to teach you how to find out for certain. You don't have to guess. All right? Thank you, honey. Thank you. Okay? Are we ready to move to the solar plexus chakra? Type solar in the comments. Okay? Type solar in the comments. All right? All right? If we are ready to move forward to the solar plexus chakra, type solar in the comments. Okay, the solar plexus chakra, this one's going to be yellow in color, and this is tied to your mental body aura. Mental body aura. Okay, yellow in color. All right, so we always want to remember that. Okay, your your mental body, okay, is tied to your solar plexus. Okay, so your self-worth is governed here, your willpower is governed here, your identity, your confidence is governed there, your happiness is governed there. Okay, all right, so if you've ever been criticized, controlled, humiliated, your solar plexus chakra may be out of alignment. Type solar in the comments. Right, if you've ever been shamed for your failures, if you've ever had perfectionism pressure, if you've dealt with emotional abuse, okay, constant comparison, conditional love, not being heard, over responsibility as a child, your solar plexus chakra is probably out of alignment. Okay, probably out of alignment. If you were blamed often for things that weren't your fault, okay, if you were shamed for your mistakes, okay, if you were gaslit, okay, that solar plexus chakra is probably out of balance. Okay, all right, now let me go through the experiences that you may have, the symptoms, so we can really start gauging this. Okay, all right. Yes, so I am live on YouTube and on TikTok, guys. On YouTube and on TikTok. So after I get off of here, YouTube has to generate the video. So it has to process it. It's gonna take a few, and then it's gonna be located under my YouTube lives. Okay, not just YouTube videos on my page, but the YouTube lives. Okay, all right. Okay, so if you've gone through any of these or experienced any of these right now, your solar plexus is out of alignment. You need to take care of it, because this is what's governing your self-worth, your willpower, your ability to go out there and confidently pursue your dreams, your goals, your desires, your career, your health, the love that you want. How the hell are you going to pursue those things if you don't even believe in yourself? If you don't even have the willpower to believe in yourself? If you don't have the willpower to do? If you don't have the willpower to move, you won't. Okay, so this solar plexus chakra is very important. Okay, all right. Okay, so here we go. All right, if you deal with feeling like your self-worth is very low, if you deal with low self-worth, your solar plexus chakra is probably out of alignment. If you are an overthinker, if you have anger issues, fear of failure, people pleasing, if you have difficulty making decisions, if you have lack of confidence, power struggles, okay, self-sabotage a lot, if you deal with control issues, your solar plexus chakra is out of alignment. Okay, all right, something, okay, needs to change. Okay, I love that, love and light. I love that for you. Let me list these physical ailments. Okay, digestive issues, solar plexus chakra out of alignment. Okay? Ulcers, liver problems, okay? Gallbladder issues, okay? Diabetes. How many of you guys are diabetic in here? Raise your hand. If you are diabetic in here, raise your hand. Okay. All right, raise your hand. Okay, that solar plexus chakra is out of alignment. If you deal with acid reflux, stomach pains, chronic fatigue, muscle tension, metabolism issues, hypoglycemia, gallstones, nervousness, okay, these are all symptoms of a solar plexus chakra being out of alignment. Okay? Lumbar spine, liver disorders, all of that. Okay? That's all connected to the solar plexus chakra. Okay? All right? So, if you deal with any of those things, let's make sure we are aligning, keeping that solar plexus chakra aligned. Why? Okay? Because this will govern your self-worth, your willpower, your identity, your confidence. We want to keep the sacral chakra aligned. Why? Because this is what governs your creativity, your sensuality, your pleasure, your healthy emotional flow. Okay? Your root, we want to keep it healthy. Why? Okay? Because your root chakra, this is what governs your safety, your stability, your groundedness, your immune system. Okay? All right? Okay? So, are we ready to move to the heart? The heart chakra is powerful. It bridges the lower aspect of self with the higher aspect of self, right? It's connected to that astral aura, that green aura there. Hello, my love. Hello, mommy. How you doing, mama? How you doing, girl? Hello. You woke up from your nap? Oh, that's the dog. Okay. All right. So that heart chakra is connecting both aspects, right? Okay. So it's the bridge. It is the bridge. Okay. Connected to that astral aura. We were talking here about manifesting love earlier when we were online and how those traumas that were stored in your astral aura were getting in the way of the true love that you desire. Okay. Is there anybody in here that is working on manifesting true love in your life? Raise your hand. Let me see. Let me see who's up in here. Is there anybody in here who is manifesting true love? Raise your hand. Okay. So if you were manifesting true love, all right, you just went through a breakup. Oh, my love. Okay. My heart goes out to you. I hope that you trust and know that you are right where you're supposed to be. Okay. Whenever we have an ex in our lives, we should be, at some point you're going to want to celebrate because you're getting closer, that much closer to the love that you do desire, right? Let me walk you guys through manifesting love as we're talking about these traumas, these auras, so you guys can see exactly how it's tied together, all right? If I give you guys this example, that may help things click for you, okay? So pay attention. Here we go. Your astral aura here is going to be green, okay? As I'm going through this, I need you guys to interact with the live. Let me know that you guys are following me, okay? So that I don't have to, I can stay in the flow of my teachings. I want to stay in the flow, okay? Where is my towel? Didn't see it. Okay. So let's look here. Okay. So this is the astral aura. Okay. So we want it clear and strong, just like this, okay? You guys see this strong connection right there, okay? So what happens is when you want to manifest true love, right? But you have trauma in your life around love, it's going to be hard for you to produce that love that you want, right? So let me walk you through it. When you want true love, but you've experienced the loss of a loved one, that's going to cause a rip here in that astral aura. If you've experienced grief, if you've experienced a bad breakup or divorce, if you've experienced loss of a pet, if you've experienced rejection, unrequited love, all of this is causing rips and holes and tears in your astral aura. Does this make sense so far? Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you process just that part right there. Okay? Just that part right there. The traumas that are affecting that astral aura in love. Okay? All right. If you've been isolated, if you were in toxic relationships, lack of affection, unforgiveness, loss of a pet, grief, unrequited love, emotional neglect, all of that, rejection, heartbreak, all of that, betrayal. This is what causes those traumas. Do we got it? Okay, now watch this. This astral aura is connected to the heart chakra, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's why they're both green. Okay. When you leave these traumas here unresolved, your traumas create rips, holes, and distortions in your aura, which cause dis-ease, repeated trauma cycles, and mental illness, right? And more. How many of you guys have repeated a life cycle before? Like damn, didn't I date someone like this person like 5 years ago? Why do I keep dating the same type of person? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? If so, you have some distortions in your auras, okay? All right? If you are suffering from some type of anxiety, depression, overthinking, mental illness like that, you have some distortions in your auras. You have some traumas that's there that need to be healed. That's all that's going on, guys. All right? So those love traumas, okay, left an impact on you because you didn't resolve it yet. So now this is your conditioning. All right? So here we are down here, and this is your distorted astral aura. This is that aura up here that has all the holes. It has all the cracks in it. Let me draw you a new one. Let me draw you. Hold on so you can see this. Okay, pay attention, guys. Here you are, right here. You are the creator, right? You came in this world to create your experience, okay? And here you are. Here goes that astral aura, okay? This is that astral aura here. But you've been traumatized. So that astral aura has kinks in it. It has holes in it. It has distortions in it. These are your traumas that you never healed. You never resolved, okay? So now this is your frequency. This frequency right here is creating the 3D that you see. Listen up. These distortions that you have in your life right now, the traumas that you have in your life right now, the shit that you haven't healed right now is causing, okay, a frequency right here. This is your frequency. That frequency is reflecting back a 3D to you. What do you see? Do you see the love that you want right now? Do you see toxic love? Do you see no love? What do you see? All right? So whatever you see is telling you that's your frequency. That's telling you where you stand. Okay? Stop blaming. We're not going to be blaming shit on anybody else. The power comes from within. If I don't like the 3D, I'm going to shift within. If I don't like what I'm looking at, I'm going to shift within. Okay? So right here, this is your traumas. No clear signal. This is your frequency. This is where you stand right now. You want true love. How are you going to get true love? That true love is over here. Okay? You have an idea of who you want to be, what type of love you want to have. I am a loving, fun, romantic partner to my forever person. That's a goal that you set. Say, for instance. All right? You set that goal. Now, in order to achieve this goal, you have to become this person. You cannot remain this way and produce these results. In order for you to get these results, you've got to shift who you are. Okay? You've got to shift who you are. Okay? So that means these traumas here have to be healed. You've got to resolve them. Right? Okay? You've got to resolve these kinks and these holes. Let me show you. Your frequency needs to look clear again. Okay, I made it in a different color so that we can see, okay, we can see the plugs, okay, the plugs for those distortions. All right. So again, in order for you to produce the frequency, the vibration, the 3D of true love, you must become it first, right? Okay. So in order for you to see true love, you got to be it first. Okay. You are the paintbrush, you are the clay, you are the book, the pages, the pen, the paper. It is you. Okay. So you must be that which you desire. Okay. So if you want the true love, you got to feel it first. You got to feel it, be it, think it, speak it, be it, embody it now. You embody the identity of the person who already has what you want, and this is how you begin to see the 3D shift. And it's not enough just to tap into the frequency. Okay? It's not enough just, okay, to tap into the frequency temporarily. Anybody can just tap into the frequency temporarily. You can meet someone amazing, but you can also self-sabotage that relationship if you do not maintain the vibration of already having it. Okay? You can temporarily tap into this frequency, meet someone wonderful. But if you don't maintain this vibration over here, if you revert back to you who you were, okay, then you will not keep that relationship. You will not keep that reality, that experience. You won't keep it. This is a vibrational game. This is a frequency game. The sooner you learn that, the better. This is a frequency game, not a time gap. This is a frequency gap, right? So in order for you to get from here to here, what do you think you need to do? Put it in the comments, okay? What do you think you need to do? Okay. If you need to bridge that gap, what do you think you need to do? Okay, put it in the comments. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Okay. Yes, you become it. How do you become it? What would you do to become? If you wanted true love, you've been through trauma right here. The unhealed version of you is right here, right now. This is where you are. You have fears around love. You feel blocked in love, but you want true love. How do you bridge that gap? Yep, you embody it. How? How would you embody it? How would you embody it, guys? Heal, love it. There you go. Yes, face those fears. I love it. Inner work, accountability. I love it. Be love. I love it. Give it to yourself. I love it. Raise your frequency. Love all of that. Here you are. You have a desire of who you want to be. Instead of you putting your focus on your ex or fuck buddies or someone to marry or a special person, you are going to put your focus instead on who you need to become. Once you put your focus on what it is that you do want, this is where you will see things start to shift. A lot of times the reason why people don't reach the true love that they want is because they're too busy focused on the things that they don't want. They're too busy focused on the pain, the hurt, what didn't work out, who doesn't like them, etc., etc. You need to be focused on the identity. Who is this person who has the love that I want? Who is this person that gets to experience this beautiful, healthy, happy, loving relationship? Who is that? Because that's who I want to be. Now, how does that person think, act, look, smell? What do they do every single day? How do they live their life? This is what I need to be doing. This person over here, they know healthy communication. They've maybe taken some relationship classes. Maybe they want to clean up on their communication skills so they'll be ready, right? Maybe they're learning new recipes so they can share some recipes with their new partner. Okay. Maybe they're planning their vacations for the future. You never know. It's different for us all. Okay. Maybe you're practicing writing your name, Mrs. or Mr. and Mrs. All right. You got these little things that you're doing because you're acting as if it is already done. A lot of you guys want true love, but you got your ass in a strip club every damn week. You ain't gonna get there like that. You're not gonna get to the true love like that. That's not the way it works. Okay? A lot of y'all want true love, but you're too busy focused on your ex. Okay? It looks like I'm about to get off of TikTok. Ain't nobody showing out over here. Y'all just sitting, so you must not be enjoying the live. That's definitely telling TikTok that this live is not good. Okay? It is not good. Right? Maybe I need to get off and come back in the morning because y'all ain't hype. Right? Okay? So, in order for you to get, right, to this identity, you must completely abandon this one. All right? Completely abandon this one. This identity, that's no longer you. You see? All right? If you think that you can continue to act the way that you are right now, but produce these results, you are mistaken. If you think that you can carry along these fears, these limiting beliefs into this new relationship, you are mistaken. Okay? All right? Okay? And the love that you see will be reflected back to you. Okay? So if you're not seeing the love that you want, you got to go within. You got to start implementing self-love. Okay? You got to start focusing on self. What do I like? Making yourself a priority. Tapping into the things that you want to do. Learning what you like. Learning what it is that you need. Setting healthy boundaries. You see. This person over here, they're happy, they're healthy, they're content. Right? They got this peace about them. Right? They got this calm about them. They're not anxious about where their person is or what their person is doing and where they're not doing all that. You see. So if every time you think about love, you're doing that, you're not vibrationally a match to this identity. Okay? All right? You learn how to let go by putting your focus on something else. Someone says, how do I learn how to let go? By putting your focus on something else. That's how you do it. A lot of us want the money we want the money in the account. We want the financial stability. But baby, your mind is on the damn bills. Your mind is on the lack of the money. Your mind is on what you can't buy. That's a no-no. I told you, you are a creator. You came in this world to create. You are creating your experience here. You create your experience with your thinking, your speaking, your actions, and your emotions for creative tools. And when you're using those creative tools to focus on the very thing that you do not want, this is why you remain in trauma loops. This is why you remain in those life cycles that you do not want. You don't want them. You don't want it. Okay? You don't want it. Trust me. Okay? All right? Any questions? Any questions? Okay? Let's go up to that throat chakra. All right? Let's go to the throat chakra. All right? But this is how your auras are going to tie into your chakras, cause these imbalances, and then therefore affect your frequency. Okay? So the healing that you do, right, that will impact the 3D that you see. So it's going to be very important that we implement healing throughout our lives so that we can shift frequency-wise. Okay? We need to shift frequency-wise. Okay? All right. I'm going to breeze through these. Y'all getting sleepy on me, so I'm going to get on up out of here. Throat chakra. Okay, let me go through these. Throat chakra. Okay? When your throat chakra is imbalanced, you're going to feel some blockages there in your throat. That's for sure. Okay. All right. Let's go through these experiences. If you've gone through any of these, type throat in the comments. Okay. Type throat in the comments. If you've ever been silenced as a child, been ignored, punished for speaking, fear of ridicule, right? Shamed for self-expression, okay? Bullied, okay? Gaslit, suppressed your creativity, had a fear of rejection, forced to keep family secrets or secrets in general, verbally abused, okay? If you were invalidated, your throat chakra is probably out of alignment, okay? If you currently have a fear of speaking your truth, suppressing your creativity, if you have difficulty expressing your needs, your truths, your wants, your desires, okay? Um, if you have a fear of judgment, if you deal with social anxiety, how many of you guys deal with social anxiety? If you deal with social anxiety, type throat in the comments. Okay. If you deal with social anxiety, type throat in the comments. Okay. Okay. So we got social anxiety. If you deal with feeling like isolated, if you are an overtalker, all of these are signs, okay? These are signs that your throat chakra is out of alignment. That's a problem. See, again, the reason why we're going through these is because once you learn which of your chakras are out of alignment, you can start shifting your life. All of your chakras are tied to specific aspects of your life. If you don't like your 3D, let's shift your chakras. Okay? Once we start shifting those, you're going to see major changes in your life. Okay? And so you guys are guessing right now and writing these down. At the end, I'm going to show you exactly how to know for sure which of your chakras are imbalanced, how it's imbalanced, if it's overactive, underactive. You're going to know which traumas are holding you back and preventing you from the success that you want, the love that you want, the health that you want. Okay? All right? Okay. So, if you deal with any of these physical issues, your throat chakra is definitely out of alignment. Okay? All right, listen to these. If you deal with a lot of fevers, your throat chakra is out of alignment. Ear infections, thyroid problems, disorders of the throat, ears, voice, neck. Okay? Cervical spine issues, right? Jaw issues. Okay? Dental issues, ear infections, TMJ. Okay? Let's see, voice loss, tonsillitis, laryngitis, okay? Esophagus issues, hypothalamus issues, cervical spine issues. All of that is tied to the throat chakra, okay? All of that is tied to the throat. If you feel like your throat chakra is imbalanced, okay, type throat in the comments, okay? Type throat in the comments. This is very important too, because if you can't speak your truth about your desires, who you are as a person, that's a problem. So your throat chakra is really tied to, okay, your ability as well to be able to speak up for self, feel comfortable in your body, who you are, okay? All right, that's what that throat chakra is tied to, that etheric template body. Okay, so just like that root chakra is tied to that etheric body, aura, okay, your throat chakra is tied to that etheric template body, aura. So that light blue right there. Okay, all right. So again, that is going to, if it's unhealthy, if that chakra is out of alignment, that's going to get in the way of your authentic expression. You being able to speak your truth or have creativity in your communication. All right. That throat chakra is out of alignment. All right. Now, let's go to the third eye. If you feel like your throat chakra is out of alignment, type throat in the comments. Okay. It's okay to guess, but at the end, I'm going to teach you guys how to figure it out for sure, for certain. No guessing game. This is your health. We don't have time to guess, okay? We really don't have time to guess and play with our health. If we can get to it now, you know? Okay. All right, let's see. Third eye chakra. Okay, third eye chakra. Okay. So this one right here is tied to your celestial body. Okay, your celestial body aura. Okay. So that's tied to your what? Your intuition, your clarity, your insight, your inner vision. That third eye chakra is tied to that blue, that dark blue aura right there. So if you've gone through any of these traumas, then you may have some distortions there, right? You may have some distortions there. Okay. Let's talk about those third eye experiences. Okay. Third eye. Okay. If you have ever been gaslit, that caused a distortion, a rip, a hole, a tear. Invalidated, someone ever invalidate your intuition? Had distortions. Okay. If you were mentally abused, distortion. If you have rigid beliefs, if you were manipulated by your parents, if you were lied to, all of this would have caused distortions in that aura, which is tied to your what? Third eye chakra. Okay. Dismissed feelings. All right. Criticism of your imagination. Okay. Suppressed spiritual gifts. All of this is tied to your third eye chakra. Okay. If you feel like your third eye is imbalanced, type third eye. Okay. All right. Now, if you deal with any of these, right, then your third eye chakra may be out of alignment. Okay, listen up for these. If you distrust yourself, your third eye chakra is out of alignment. Okay. If you have a lack of clarity, your third eye chakra is out of alignment. Okay. If you distrust yourself, if you have an overactive mind, okay. If you have a blocked intuition, if you feel like your intuition is blocked, that third eye chakra is out of alignment. How many of you guys feel like you cannot trust your intuition right now? Raise your hand. Okay. Feel like you can't trust your intuition right now. If you feel disconnected from your inner wisdom, if you fear your visions, if you have difficulty focusing, if you have poor memory, your third eye chakra is out of alignment. Type third eye in the comments. Type third eye. Okay. Let me list out these physical ailments that tie in with the third eye. Constant headaches. Constant eye strains. Pituitary issues. Pineal gland issues. Eye problems. Insomnia. How many of you guys deal with insomnia? Seizures. Sinus issues. Neurological problems. Okay. I want to let you know that third eye chakra is probably out of alignment. If you deal with endocrine disorders, your third eye chakra is out of alignment. If you deal with learning difficulties, how many of you guys have learning difficulties? The third eye chakra is out of alignment. Nightmares, a lot of nightmares. Hormonal imbalance, your third eye chakra is out of alignment. Stop guessing, guys. We don't have to guess this. We really can be for sure. At the end, I'm going to show you how. Okay? But for right now, I want you guys writing down which ones you think may be out of alignment. So if you think your third eye is out of alignment, make sure you're writing that down in your personal notes. Okay? Make sure you're writing that down. Okay, I'm going to get to the crown, and then I'm going to explain to you guys how I help people with their overall traumas, healing, aligning their chakras, all of this in one. Okay? Because we ain't got time to waste. Okay? Okay? Anything and anybody can throw your chakras off if you allow it. Okay? So I'm telling you that your chakras become imbalanced when you allow unresolved trauma to remain in your aura. So you can get to the point where you're so unfazed, baby, that you are unbothered, okay? Or you can become so great at your healing that you start working through your healing, like your chakras and stuff like that. So anything can throw it off. Music can throw it off. The wrong conversation can throw it off. An argument, it's energy. It's an energy thing. This is why you want to stay tuned for how I help my people, because if your energy is easily shifted like that, you need an easy way to shift it back into alignment. Snap it back on into alignment real quick, right? Okay? All right. So let's go over this crown chakra. Let's see whose crown chakras are out of alignment. Okay, let's see whose crown chakras are out of alignment. Hey, Karma. Okay, hey, Q. We'll go over this from the beginning next live. Yeah, probably in the morning. I'm trying to get to the point of being unfazed and unbothered. How you doing, Q? I have a lot of built up trauma. Okay, talkish. You should get a bioscan, but wait, let me talk to you guys about it at the end, okay? I'll tell you why you may need a bioscan, okay? Well, because of what you just said. Okay, crown chakra, let's do this, okay? For the crown chakra here, okay, we know that if you've gone through any of these things, you may have some blockages there, okay? Some imbalances there. If you've gone through spiritual abuse, okay, religious dogma, okay, feeling abandoned by God, loss of faith, okay, extreme depression, isolation, disconnection from spirituality, okay, fear-based teachings, okay, karmic trauma, generational beliefs, feeling purposeless, okay, cultural disconnection, suppressed spiritual gifts. Cash, put that on the chair, okay? Okay, all of these are experiences. All of these are experiences. Leave this here, Cash. Leave this over here. Leave it right there. Mommy's on the thing. All of these are experiences. Leave it there. That would have caused your crown chakra to get out of alignment. What's wrong? Okay. So I'm going to go through the ailments, the physical ailments, okay, the emotional ailments, and let's see if you've gone through any of these, okay? If you have a loss of purpose, okay? If you feel disconnected from source, okay? If you feel hopelessness, spiritual confusion, okay? Isolation, extreme depression, if you have lack of trust for the divine, okay? All right, if you deal with heavy migraines, neurological disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, sleep disorders, chronic exhaustion, mental illness, brain fog, epilepsy, autoimmune disease, your crown chakra is out of alignment. If you feel like your crown chakra is out of alignment, type crown in the comments. Type crown in the comments. Okay? Type crown in the comments. Okay. All right. So I just went through these, right? And your job was to listen out for the symptoms and see which ones you may be experiencing. Okay. And so right now, I want you guys to write in the comments which of the chakras you felt were out of alignment for you. Put them all. If it was one, type that one chakra. Okay. If it was multiple, type those multiple chakras for me. Okay. Let me see who has been here paying attention. Okay. Type the chakras that you feel are out of alignment for you. And hopefully you have been here, okay, to pay attention. Okay, crown for you. Okay, awesome. Third eye. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love the self-evaluating. I love it when people can be very observant of themselves. Root. Definitely third eye. Okay, crown. Crown, third eye, throat. I love it. I love it. Okay, sock says root, sacral, solar plexus. You missed heart. Okay, throat and crown. Okay. Throat and crown. Okay, I got you. All of mine. The worst I've seen it on a client is 5 of the 7 chakras blocked. I haven't seen all of the chakras blocked yet. I don't even know if that's possible. It is probably, but I haven't seen it yet. That's a good thing, right? Okay. So you have the thyroid issues. Oh, okay. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's possible if you can scan me. Yeah. Okay, so let me explain how I help my clients figure out exactly what's going on with them, right? Because we don't really have a lot of time to waste. Like, we're about to walk into 2026, y'all. So we're really 3 months away. November, December. October, November, December. What? Okay. October, November, December. We are 3 months away from 2026. Right. So you guys know me. If you work with me, if you mentored with me before, you know that we are getting our shit together in October for January. We're not waiting around until January and then doing our New Year's resolutions and things like that. No. You should be rolling by the time January comes along, right? Okay. So in order for you to do that, you have to be willing to shift who you are. You got to be willing, right? For the people that are on here that name those chakras, are you willing to shift who you are in order to see a different 3D? If you are, type, raise your hand in the comments. Let me see who here is willing to shift. See, you got to be willing. You got to be willing to actually, want it. Want to do what it takes. A lot of people want it, but they're not willing to do what it takes. Because it takes effort to shift who you are. Okay? So the way that I help my clients is with the bioscan bundles, right? And so in the bundle that you get with me, I am scanning you. I'm scanning your voice. And I'm scanning you. I'm going to generate 6 reports for you. Those 6 reports are going to tell me what traumas are you dealing with here. It's going to tell me very detailed what traumas you're dealing with here. It's also going to tell me how those traumas are affecting your body. How it is affecting your body. You see. And so when we know how it's affecting your body, and these reports are all individualized. So I mean, you're only going to get the reports that are made for you. Okay. You're only going to get the reports that your body needs to generate. So it's particular to you. Right? Not everybody gets the same reports. So we get to see what's going on in your body. Not only that, okay, we also get a chakras report. This is your 5th report. Okay. Your chakras report, not only is it going to tell us which chakra is imbalanced. Oh, you want to manifest love? That heart chakra is out of whack right now. Okay. It's not only going to tell us, yeah, you need some help in that heart chakra area. It's going to tell us how the chakras are operating. Let me show you. This is a sample report from a client. This is the worst that I've seen. 5 of the 7 chakras out of balance. 5 of the 7. Okay, take a look at that. 5 of the 7 chakras out of balance, okay? Now, immediately when I scanned this client, I immediately sent their frequencies to them. In a matter of seconds, all but 2 of their chakras were out of alignment. All but 2. Okay. All right. No, all of them were in alignment, but 2. Yeah, okay, I think I said it right. 5 of them were out of alignment, but moments later, after playing their frequencies, okay, only 2 were out of alignment. Imagine listening to your frequencies every single day. All right. Now, what frequencies am I talking about? The technology that's located in your BioScan bundle. This technology is scanning your voice. People are going to ask, how do you scan? How do you scan? Lie detector tests are using technology that determines your truth. Same with this. Just like a lie detector can determine your truth, this technology is using technology that's used in lie detector tests as well as frequency to determine where those imbalances are. So, for instance, I can say, hey girl, how you doing? You can say, oh, I'm doing good. That's your voice. But the frequency of your voice, the vibration, is going to tell the truth. And energy doesn't lie. So you can sit up here and say, oh yeah, I feel great. But your body could be saying, nah, no. You understand? So this technology, you can be anywhere in the world. My clients are all over the world. And I am helping them heal their traumas, their chakras, every single day. Okay? This is next level healing, guys. A lot of you guys go online right now. I know you do. You go on YouTube and you listen to general frequencies, like solfeggio frequencies, 714-396, right? All of these general frequencies. That's why your healing is taking a little bit longer, because you don't know where you stand. You don't know what frequencies you need. You don't know. That's why you need to scan yourself and get a personalized read. Okay? Get personalized frequencies. Imagine what it would be like to be listening to frequencies that are made for your distortions. You know what my frequencies do for my clients? Let me show you. This is what my frequencies do for my clients. Rapidly. Who has time to waste? See, that's the problem. People lollygagging with their life. They're playing around like you got forever. You don't have forever. You have right now. And a lot of you guys are playing around like y'all know something I don't know. Maybe y'all got a memo from the divine. The divine gave you your exit date. I don't know mine. And because I don't know mine, I need to be giving my all today. Because I don't know my exit date, I need to be pursuing my dreams today. I want the love today. I want the health today. I want the shmoney today. I don't have time to be a victim. I don't have time to spend days and weeks and months and years figuring it out. Okay? All right? So my frequencies, the frequencies that are made for you with the technology, it's not me finding this, it's the technology doing it. But what it's going to do is it's going to plug all of these distortions for you. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Where's my orange marker? Okay. Who has questions about the bioscan? Give me a thumbs up. Put your question in the comments. Let's figure it out. Okay? This is a no-brainer. Okay, I have it $50 off for those of you who are interested. The regular price for my bundle is $200, but I am offering a $50 coupon while I'm on this live, okay? All right. Any questions about the bioscan? You guys listen really quickly, quiet. You hear that? Those are my frequencies. So those are made for my body. Okay. These are the frequencies that are keeping me alive, keeping me in balance. Okay. It's 111 on the clock right now. 10:11. Look at that 111. Okay. Look at that 111. All right. Any questions about the bioscan, guys? All right, I'm getting ready to get off of here, but I will answer questions about the bioscan. If anybody has any questions about the trauma reports and how the technology is generating, your corrective frequencies here, okay? These reports are so thorough. They are so accurate, all right? Does anybody want to see any reviews, hear any reviews? Let me know what you need. I have tons of them, okay? People love how accurate these scans are because it gives them a very, very good, detailed, in-depth look at what they are experiencing, what they are going through. It validates them. The reason why people use my bioscans, and listen, I've scanned so many people. I've helped so many people. For the past 3 years, I've been on TikTok. So I've helped thousands of people, okay? Thousands, right? Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Any questions? Nikki. I'm Nikki too. Nikki got her scan. Nikki says, I got the scan and it was extremely accurate. Yes. These scans are extremely accurate. I wouldn't waste my time on them if they weren't. The doctors and scientists that use this exact technology, they actually charge like $1,200 for these scans. I'm not doing that. I need to bring it to the everyday person, okay? To the everyday person, okay? Nikki, how much did you pay for your scan? How much did I charge you? Okay. My regular price is $200, guys. Sometimes I do sales, okay? I'm just curious. What did Nikki get it for, okay? All right, guys, I'm getting